Hello friends, welcome back to our third session on Revit MEP Basics to Advanced. So already we have learned few things about the Revit MEP project in part 1 and 2. Now we'll go for the part 3, and here we'll complete all the theoretical part related with the Revit MEP. So before proceed further, I just request you to please watch the videos carefully and work on them. Just share the videos and subscribe the channel for more such fruitful videos. So now, without wasting time, we'll start our session. So in this session, we will see how to add spaces to plenum and other areas in Revit MEP. So first is the reviewing the model. Let's review our model. Create a section link below. Use the red line as a reference line. If you follow the previous section, you will know how to create the section. So red line in the figure. Then open the section and review it. As you can see below, the spaces are adapted to the rooms. The rooms has a ceiling. A ceiling is also room bounding element. So the space doesn't go higher than the ceiling. We will add spaces to this area, latter one. So see in the figure, it is important to review each floor plan and review the building sections. There are some spaces that overlap too. We will review and fix them. Now first, completing the second floor plan. So in project browser, HVAC session, floor plan, select 2 mechanical. Press escape until the modified tool remains active. Select all elements in the model. Notice that not all spaces are created yet. We need to add a space near the escalator. Space near the escalator. So in this figure, see the figure. Add the space and change the space name. So as explained in earlier session, working with plenum. Now working with plenum level. As we discussed earlier, the spaces are not created on the area above ceiling. This is because the ceiling is a room boundary. Now we need to add space to the plenum. Adding the plenum level. To create spaces on the plenum, we need to add a level above the ceiling. In this project, the ceiling height is 2600, but the ceiling itself has 52 mm thickness. So total height will be 2652 mm. You will see. So we need to create a level 2652 mm above each floor. First, create the levels for the plenum. On the ribbon, select Architecture tab, select Datum panel and click on Level as shown in figure. Select Pick Line tool in Draw panel. Slowly move your pointer above the existing floor level. Make sure you see the preview above the floor level and click the mouse. So here in this figure shown with red arrows. Then create plenum level for first, second and third floor. Rename the level if necessary. So rename them as a plenum level 1, plenum level 2, plenum level 3. Open the first plenum level, floor plan. So why we are opening this? To modify the plenum level properties. So make sure the view template shows none. If it's using mechanical or other view template, change it to none as shown in figure. Find the view range option. Find view range option and click edit. Find view range option in properties palette and click on edit in front of view range option as shown in figure. In the properties palette with visibility with visibility graphics option, click edit. Visibility graphics option, click edit. Make sure color fill and interior are checked. In visibility graphics, color fill and interior in the spaces on, check as shown in figure. After you change the new view properties, you can see the spaces on the ceiling like below. You need to complete the spaces. So you'll see the spaces. You need to complete the spacing. Now adding the spaces. Next part is adding the spaces. We can create the space easily like we did earlier. We have learned earlier. The only difference is you need to change input the offset value to 1148 in option bar. In this project, 1148 is the distance from the ceiling to floor level. Above it, place the spaces to the model. Then working with space separator. When you are working with spaces, you might find that sometimes it can't find the boundaries. It can't find the boundaries. So like this, shown in figure. So Revit can find boundaries automatically. It can find walls, ceiling, floor, column and other room bounding element. However, sometimes you need to define area manually. You can define the boundary using space separator. Likewise, room separator, use space separator. Create a closed boundary as the separator, then try to place the space again. Complete all the spaces in the building and check if there are any area that doesn't have spaces at. Just create spaces. Now another part is working with zones. Working with zones. We learned how to create spaces in Revit model and how to define it for plenum and other areas. Plenum means area above the ceiling but below the floor. Correct. False ceiling and floor or main floor. The area between these two is the area of plenum. In this session, we will learn about the zones. We create zones to group common spaces. We create zones to group common spaces. Zones properties will provide data for heating and cooling load calculation. Why there is necessity of zones? So zones to group common spaces, first thing. Second thing, zones properties will provide data for heating and cooling load calculation. Now, you can create a zone by using zone tool. You can create a zone by using zone tool. On Revit ribbon, click Analyze tab, click Spaces and Zone panel and select Zone. To to activate zone tool. You can see this contextual tab when the tool is active. So see figure. You can add or remove spaces by choosing the appropriate tool. So add spaces, remove spaces by choosing appropriate spaces as shown in figure. Then when you choose add space, you can see the badge on your mouse cursor. Select common spaces, then click finish editing zone. Repeat the procedure to group all common spaces, all common zones. Then editing zone. How to edit zones? So see in figure. Zones have several properties that you can adjust to calculate the heating and cooling load accurately. Examine the properties and refer to the knowledge base for further detail. See the figure.